Hi guys. So let's see. Um, Affirmation for today. I breathe freely and fully. I am safe. I trust the process of life. I breathe freely and fully. I am safe. I trust the process of life. So I would say that this is probably going to come up when maybe you're having anxiety and you're not fully breathing. Anxiety. Oh, yeah, by the way, and anxiety is actually a future. Spending too much time in the future. Depression is the past, anxiety is the future. But I will say, somebody who has suffered from anxiety most of my life, who does no longer suffer from anxiety, I would say that diet is one thing that is extremely important when it comes to people who suffer from anxiety, meaning you have to cut out all processed foods completely because I think there's stuff in the food that like activates anxiety generally. The other thing is you might be psychic, you might be spiritual. I mean, you might be most people are, or a lot of people are spiritual and they know it, but you might be intuitive, you might be psychic, you might be living with a demon. You might be, yeah, you could be living with the demon and they're sending you bad energy, bad juju. Oh, speaking of demons, let's light some Palo. Um, yeah, anxiety, generally speaking, I'm not discounting it as a medical problem. Well, I kind of am. It is a medical problem, but it's more based on things that you're doing, like other medical problems. But those would be two of the things. So meditation would help greatly, and embracing your spirituality or your gifts if you have them, because trying to stuff them and being around negative energy is what's probably causing the anxiety. Or you're way too focused on the future. I tend to be very focused on the future because I'm constantly planning, I'm constantly doing, I'm constantly. So I have to like really get kind of strategic. But with the help of my guardian, my guides, I've been able to really, really improve my anxiety levels. And I now know that the majority of my anxiety was because of the spiritual, the psychic. So keep that in mind if you're having anxiety. Okay, the self care card for the day is time. Schedule a sacred date with yourself. You deserve time for your life. So that would be somebody who, I'm going to say both of those are probably somebody who's spending way too much time on the people around them and they're not getting enough relaxation and calm in their own life. And that is creating an anxious feeling. The angel message for the day: imagine, visualize the life you want clearly, feel it in your heart and soul, and it will come to be. So you say it, or you think it, you say it, you write it, you speak it to other people, like you say it You say it out loud to yourself or you speak it to other people, being two different things. You sing it. These are all different levels of manifestation ability or to power your manifestations, especially your I am affirmations. That's what I'm thinking of. So, if you're working with affirmations, that's one thing you want to do. And every time that you get your mind and your emotions, I'm going to scoot this back a bit. Every time you get your mind and your emotions into those affirmations, the more powerful they become. So if you can visualize, imagine, visualize what it is that you want, and say your affirmations, and you can sing them. You can do whatever, but that will make them more potent. And then the last one is the angel or the word of the day. And this is laughter. And I'm going to say this, somebody or many people are working way too hard, focusing on the wrong things. They need to relax, focus on themselves. Maybe a nice bath or, I don't know, a sit in the jacuzzi or a nap maybe. Something where you are relaxing a little bit because it looks like, oh, and it's probably Christmas because it's always like that this time of the year for people who celebrate Christmas. If you don't celebrate Christmas, then you probably are not in that state. You probably live longer. But if you're a Christmas type person, yeah, that's probably why. Angelarium. The angel card of the day is Kashiel, and I just looked at it very briefly. This is a serious, bad ass angel. Kashiel. Kashiel is the angel of punishment. Yeah, the angel of punishment. That is a very punishing looking creature. Okay, so Kashiel, the hunter whose prey is falsehood. Oath breakers beware, Kashiel will seek you out. Even as you stalk your own victims, punishment is upon you. No one who escapes the mark of Kashiel, no one who escapes the mark of Kashiel. There are consequences for breaking your word. The pieces sharpen and sink into your flesh, embedding themselves within your heart. So long as the offense stands, you will always be held in the sights of the hunter. Seeking absolution is noble, however tedious. Begin that journey with haste, lest Kashiel find you first. Signs: a spear, a shaft of light, and a raven. That is interesting. Kashiel. Punishment. Oath breakers. So, oath breakers, beware. I'm going to put these on the side. Well, actually, I'm going to leave them right here. Okay, so then we have the read. The read today is about lacking. I do not think that this is one particular person. I don't think it's masculine energy. I don't think it's a feminine energy. I haven't really gotten into it, but it looks like it's probably a group of energies. That was my inclination when I first laid it out, it was a group thing. In the past, we have a lack of clarity. Lack of clarity was a whole bunch of manipulation and lies and bad news and immaturity and disappointment and basically being a hustler and a loser. So I don't think we really need to go much further than that. It does show um, control, stinginess, possession. Yeah. So a beautiful past this person or these people have had. In the so lacking is the theme or the situation. And when I asked for a clarifier on lacking, I got the devil in the upright position. And lacking, excuse me, lacking is, you know, usually material. It could be spirituality. It could be lacking. It could be other things, but primarily, it is about the spiritual or the physical, material, because it's pentacles. Kind of funny how I'm like all of a sudden confused. But anyway, this is how it came up, and this is about lacking. And the lacking, the material, is also part of the devil. So being excessively materialistic, being greedy, being miserly, being, anything to do with too much money, too much, prosperity, trying to keep it from other people, that kind of thing. Those things are all of the devil. Those are all materialistic things. Now, does that mean that God is not materially wealthy? No, hell no. It's a whole lot different, actually. In the spiritual, you have spiritual wealth. You have physical wealth. You have material wealth. You have mental wealth. It's not one thing, You hear about people selling their souls to the devil for money or fame, and they get it, but it's conditional. It's conditional. If you don't follow the rules, if you don't, step up to the plate when they want you to step up to the plate, then it's taken or removed. And of course, you go to hell instead of heaven. So that's kind of a problem, I would think. Eternal damnation is kind of an issue, right? So anyway, the devil itself, the devil card itself, the devil energy itself is about materialism. It can be excessive materialism. It can be, so somebody who, when the situation comes up as lacking, but the devil is the challenge, it's kind of like saying, okay, well, we don't have as much as we want, but this is not the kids are going to starve on Thursday because we don't have enough groceries to get through to Thursday. This is, we've got everything we could possibly need, but we need more. We want more. We need more. Yeah, this is bad. And the challenge is the tower. The tower and lacking. So we've got lacking, the tower, and we have unfinished business as the clarifier. And I don't even have to go into all the other possibilities because I can tell you it is about unfinished business. This devil wants something. He is asking for something, and he is not getting what he asked for, and he is not happy about it. And whoever is not giving him what he wants is in a little bit of trouble. A little bit of trouble. Okay, so we had a lack of clarity in the past. Obviously, that's been cleaned up because now we know that there's lacking and there is a tower, which is unfinished business. In the subconscious, we've got a no financial emotional roller coaster. So this is kind of like the devil has come up and said, you promised me something. You didn't deliver me something. And I am going to take it out of your behind by this date if you don't get it, if you don't finish the job. So the plan is, what is the word that I normally use for this? The word. This is the intention. This is what these people intend to do. The intention is, and I don't think this is them. They're going to, whoever they're after, whoever they are wanting to take down or take out or take from, this is kind of like waiting for your ships to come in, and they want this person to wait and wait and wait and wait while they steal out the back door while that person is standing there waiting. So that is what they're going to do, and they have some plan because they will be working with their hands in the future. And the working with hands can be texting. It can be emails. It could be posts on social media. It could be a profession, like something they craft things or they make things. It could be any number of things. I mean, if you were, a gardener, it could signify working with your hands in the garden. But it's all about working with your hands. The what to do category is the Ace of Pentacles. So that would be an offer. This would be like an offer coming in to somebody. Let me see. Yeah. So there must be an offer coming into somebody, not these people. That's what it is. These people are, whoever their target is, whoever their whoever it looks like they're lacking, they have experienced a tower because something didn't get done. The devil is telling them you have a time limit. You have to get it done really quickly here. And they have a plan, which is coming up in the near future, but it looks like it is in the form of an offer to somebody or to another group or to a business. So it is a business offer. And I'm thinking that it is to whoever they are targeting, whoever the devil has sent them to target is going to get an offer. Possibly, I'm thinking this is the divine, so this would be an offer from God, an offer from the universe, not the devil. And they are very cautious right now because they know that this offer is coming. So they are it's the Fool in reverse, which is basically not being carefree and going with the flow. It's a hesitation. It is caution. It's not moving forward quickly. It's moving forward, needing to move forward, but being cautious, being skeptical about moving forward. Almost like if I take 5 steps, I'm going to hit a bear trap and I'm not going to be able to move any further. So it's caution, basically. And then we have a release, a letting go, but it's actually burdens. It's hard work, but it's not as hard as normal. And then we have completion. So this looks to me like somebody that they're targeting has been working very hard, has been working on various different things. It looks like, or maybe just their chosen profession. And they are making headway. They have made small gains. They are a little overstressed. They have been working very hard, but they are right on the verge. They are right on the verge of everything falling into place and them having everything that they could possibly ever need. And they don't want that. They don't want that to happen. So they are trying to keep somebody from meeting. They don't want a meeting to happen. And that is everybody in this group. And they also don't want a new beginning. No new beginning. And if they are unsuccessful in creating this problem, in making this issue stop, in making this person not successful at what they're doing, it will not be a good financial partnership for them. And I am thinking that is because they either compete with this person, like possibly a product or something they do. That would be like, I don't know, 2 or 3 people have a YouTube channel, or 2 people have a YouTube channel, and one is doing what they do, and they're being very successful at it, and the other one is successful, but the devil wants the other person to stop doing it, and they want that other YouTube channel to take out that particular YouTube channel, because the more attention, the more followers, the more subscribers, the more all that kind of stuff goes to a person, then the weaker that the devil's people are. Does that make sense? Or it's a company, it's a company. It would be like, okay, here's another prime example. Prime example. You've got big pharma versus health food. You've got, the general doctor versus the naturopath. And the more that the natural and the good and the godly is playing out in the scheme of things, the worse off the old devil's going to be. He's going to be losing people. He's going to be losing followers. You know, the devil's kind of popular these days. He's been doing his work. He's been pushing people. He's been, kicking butt, taking names. He doesn't want to lose anybody. And he doesn't want any financial loss at all. He wants all the finances to go to him because he wants to be able to, pay people who sell their souls to him temporarily until he can take it back and, use and abuse them. But the devil is like the ultimate king of pentacles in reverse. He is the greediest of all. So this is about an attack, basically. An attack on some person, some people, by a lot of people. The devil has hired these people, and they're getting ready to take care of this because they know that there is an offer like right around the corner. They know that the divine has either already issued this offer or is about to do it. And once that happens and that is solidified, it is going to be one hell of a financial profit. It's going to be generational wealth, and it is going to be good for many, many people. Many people. And that, my friends, will put the devil out of work. He won't have any more, I'm not even going to go there. All right, so let me find my book. My book is right here. Okay. What do you call it? Runes for the day. We got a moon again. I think that's really funny. I think this is the same one too. Nope, it isn't. It's actually the gibbous, which is right after the first quarter, right before the full moon. Oh, there's a lot of stuff about this full moon in Capricorn. I haven't looked at it yet, but I'm going to. Matter of fact, right at this moment, let me put this pillow up here. I forgot to open my let's see. United States. Extended. And we want to do transit. Today is December 18th. And, oh my, the moon, Mars in Leo is retrograde, conjunct the North Node or the True Node, and the moon is within a degree or two of being exact with that. So there could be some event, possibly. It'll be brief, but it could be like news coming out. It's 8th house. It's endings and new beginnings. It's in the sign of Leo. I'm thinking it could be something. Could be death. Could be the announcement of somebody's death, like possibly a celebrity or something. That would be kind of the energy, the moon. Kind of like where you go, oh, so-and-so died. Or Or it could be, I don't know, a company that's been around for years and years and years decides to close. But what was I looking for? I was looking for, oh, the moon. So it's going to be a full moon in Capricorn. Oh, maybe it's January. Nope. Oh, okay. So we just had the full moon. Oh, yeah, that's right. I was thinking we had the new moon, but it was the full moon, and that was the cold moon. And that was on December 15th. So possibly this one's talking about the next one. Anyway, gibbous moon, increasing illumination, focus on short-term goals, incoming knowledge, incoming power, time of meditation, time of preparation, alchemy, transmutation, building magical energy. And you know, that actually is probably connected to this. That. Then we have, that's actually the second one. The first one was, I believe, an alchemy symbol. And the alchemy symbol is, yep, spring. Mindfulness, meditation, self-forgiveness, gratitude, visualization, spiritual practice, balance, harmony, refined thoughts and emotions. And we have the rune. I'm pretty sure this is a rune. No. Oh, it's actually a witchy rune. Okay, so there's the witchy rune. Here is the crescent moon. And here is the alchemical symbol for spring. Okay, so woman, feminine, healer, home, creativity, nurturing, rejuvenation, and psychic. Yeah, so it all kind of like, all of those kind of fit into this read nicely. And just kind of solidify some of the things and the need to beat the devil at his own game. Can't let him get any more, any better, any faster, or any bigger. The devil must be stopped. Then we have, I love this card. Oh my God, I love this card. This is the, and it's really funny because ninth house is actually Sagittarius, rules Sagittarius, and it is about faith. Isn't that gorgeous? Absolutely beautiful. Okay, so we travel, some of us forever, to seek other states, our other lives, and other souls. Anais Nin, The Diary of Anais Nin, 1966 to 1974. Obstacles are being lifted. The ninth house in astrology is the house position for the sign Sagittarius and is ruled by the planet Jupiter, the planet of openness, luck, and expansion. This area of the traditional horoscope wheel is the house of travel, philosophy, higher mindedness, and also religion. The ninth house represents a search for meaning through established structures. Things to do with government and religion may come about whenever the ninth house is included. Well, well, well. Government and religion. Destiny, fate, and karma all come into play, as well as your view of what God may or may not be. It is the house of erudite knowledge, higher learning, lawyers, doctors, and astrologers. It is most definitely of higher mind and our need to unite with something greater. In this way, the ninth house represents churches and schools, especially ones that are old, established, and scholarly. Since it opposes the third house of communication and writing, the ninth house represents publishing and influences through the written word. It speaks of a forum of written ideas and concepts, also of joining a reputable literary world. So this house is important in charts of writers or anyone who wishes to bring their ideas into form, usually planet-wide. It is a house of open ranges, journeying, and opportunity. The ninth house also represents esoteric matters like psychic fairs, the New Age, counterculture gatherings, and places where offbeat people gather together or for some visionary cause. It also represents the relevance of obtaining psychic information. The Rosicrucians, an esoteric organization based on ancient structures, are symbolized by the ninth house. With this card, it is time to consider your impending plans in the broadest terms. It means you will have to go outside of your ordinary life to achieve your goals. Long distance travels, journeys, and voyages to unknown places may figure in regarding your question. The ninth house is the house of explorers and pilgrims. Where there is a quest or a destination, it is where we seek guidance and understanding. The possibility of returning to school or furthering your education is likely in the near future. Now, I would like to point out right here, don't discount spiritual school. I cannot tell you how many times in my life I have thought, oh, I'm going back to school, or I'm going to take a new course in study, only to realize at a later date that the universe was talking about my job spiritually. That meant more meditating. That meant getting better about communicating with my guides, getting better about delivering messages, that understanding how things work, how spirituality works, answering what is God, who is God, whatever that means for you. All of those types of things. And I would say for me, it has always, and that is the ninth house. The ninth house is learning, and traveling can be esoteric, can be meditation. It can be visiting. It can be dream work. It can be astral travel. It can be that type of thing. It doesn't have to be in the physical. And honestly, there's very little that actually occurs in the physical. I mean, it happens in the physical, but the struggle is in the spiritual. And by the time it hits the spiritual, it's pretty much all worked out and everybody knows what's going on. Okay, so the most mundane meaning behind the ninth house card is traveling to distant places. Usually when this card appears, the reason is for knowledge or for broadening your understanding. There will be a desire to visit places of arcane wisdom and knowledge where you can expect the history behind the area to be very well documented. The journey will be an uncharted one of deep or mysterious exploration. Scriptures or religious books may figure in. There will be a longing to connect with something greater than our individual self. Occasionally, this card indicates a temporary disconnect from close family where you depart for your known life into another one as a pilgrim or a seeker. The Church of Rome is represented by the ninth house card, and it also represents alternative religions like modern paganism, Wicca, uh, Astaru, and so on. If your question is about love, one or the other person needs freedom. There won't be commitment anytime soon. In short, this card indicates that you are about to depart on an important journey. It may be an outward voyage. It may be an inward excursion. Either way, you will be changed through the process. This card has to do with what has been tried and tested and what is already established. No matter how expensive or broad-minded, it will be rooted in the tradition. Ninth house card in brief: travel, shipping, long journeys, passengers, a sense of adventure, exploration, new frontiers, traveling outside yourself, spiritual journeys, relationships with foreigners, understanding other cultures, philosophy, a common mysticism, occult explorations, esoteric knowledge, mysterious wisdom, visions, astrology, divination, the older forms, science and scientific instruction, Ivy League colleges and universities, professors, teachings, old churches, temples and courts, documents, Bibles, religious books and texts, publishing and publishing houses, editors, magazines and books, card games, vision boards, the old world or holy lands, priests, nuns and holy people, prayer and asking for prayer, grace, spiritual protection, religion, but usually not the fundamentalist kind, religious ceremonies, horses, dogs, livestock, good and bad luck. The corresponding tarot card is the Three of Wands. And ironically, we have the Three of Wands, traditional Three of Wands here, which is waiting for your ships to come in. This is in the intention of this group. The key ideas: media, publishing, long distance travel, education, churches, divination, and astrology. So, question is, are these guys bad guys or good guys? I think they're good guys. I think they're good guys, and I think they are not materialistic. I don't think that they, you've got the lacking and the devil coming out here. But I'm thinking that this is talking about the lacking and the materialism that is going on in the world right now. And the need to stop it, the need to change it. I am not seeing bad. Working with hands in the near future could be anything. Let me see if I can get something with that. And maybe the key is not a good partnership. Yeah. No offer of money, no regret, and generosity is so. It's actually charity, generosity, wealth, giving, sharing, receiving, helping other people. Yeah, so it's something to do with, and you know what? I'm thinking thinking this might be economic, but yeah, this is actually taking down something, some structure that the devil currently has a hold of that is creating lack and trying to do it unfinished business, trying to cause a tower of to like take care of. It's a lack of progress, delays, delayed travel. But the lack of financial, this, yeah, that is stopping the devil. But I think it's something that the devil already has. It's something that's already in place. It's already happening. Uh, could be government, could be some part of the, some part of the system like healthcare or um, big pharma or something along those lines. Um, yeah, I think this is actually not bad, not a bad group of people. This is a positive group of people who are attacking a negative structure or a negative um, system. I just can't figure out. I'll tell you, um, it could be churches, could be religion. And what I mean by that is it could be churches that are misappropriating the funds, not using them properly. Like, what I mean by that is, like, you see these religious groups or churches or whatever, and they have, you know, $1 million in donations in a year, but they have 950,000 in salaries and expenses. So they're not actually. I mean, they're getting money and they're building charities, but they're not actually being effective and doing something. They're They're just making money. Who is it? There's one that was just recently, Joel Osteen or something. I don't know anything about the guy. I don't have any opinion. I have zero opinion on any of it. All I know is that he was being looked at for excessive, like he was very well off for, in comparison to the good deeds that he's done for people. He was quite well off. It's something like that. It's something where the money that's supposed to be going over here to this lacking group is not going to this lacking group. And it is the work of the devil. It is created by the devil. This group may even be devilish. The group that is withholding the money. They're not, whoever it is, it's a group of people who are not handling the money properly. They're not distributing the money properly. They are actually taking more than their share, which is excessive greed, materialism, devil energy. It's creating a lack. And honestly, this could be about our society in general, but I don't think it's political. I think it's religious. It is about the spiritual community. It is about religious entities, churches primarily, and their misappropriation with funds. I know, there's there's another one. I mean, it happens all the time. I'm not going to call these people out, but just because I don't know the story all that well, but it happens a lot where you see these religious groups. Oh my, I just had commercials just pop through my head like you can't even imagine. Anyway, you see these religious groups who are like fundraising, and you see a commercial every 15 minutes, and then you realize, or then something comes out where you find out that the main guy for the freaking organization makes $9 million a year, and they're not handling things properly. They're not handling things properly. And maybe this is going to come out. Maybe there's going to be something very soon here that shows that there was a group who was handling the money improperly. But this group here, it shows the group that's handling it improperly, but there's also another group here that is fighting against it. So we'll see. We will see, but it is definitely devil energy and excess. I think that is it. And I am off to cuddle up in a blanket because it's snowing. No, I'm joking. I got too many things to do. But it is getting ready to snow, and It would be nice to curl up in a blanket. Love and blessings.